This careless father of 5 he knows have acted in anger, so the judge set strict limits on him.
So is Child Protective Services involved in your life?
No, ma'am.
All right, then what is in the police report about them calling CPS on you?
This was like, I think a while back ago, like in 2022. But I mean, they dropped the case like a long time ago. And I mean, I have paperwork at the house.
All right, so how many children do you have?
I have as right now 5 that I know of.
5 that you know of?
Yes, ma'am.
That's never a good statement. That means that you are not being responsible and you just may have children out in the world that you don't even know. What are their ages?
There's 5, 4, 3, and then 7 months. Basically, they're all like basically a year apart now.
Stairs, we call them stair steppers. It's like you're going down the stairs, right? And when all of this was happening, were you intoxicated? What was going on?
Yeah, ma'am.
Just angry?
Yeah, well, nah, yeah, well, a little bit, yeah.
5 years deferred adjudication. Court is calling 2024 CR 009128 State versus Cody Salazar. Can I have parties announced for the record? State.
Defendant for the state of Texas.
Defense.
Robert Gear for defendant Cody Salazar, and we're ready, Judge.
And are you Mr. Salazar?
Yes, ma'am.
And probation, this is an application. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Salazar, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and
Yes,
sign
ma'am.
it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No objections, Judge.
Did you review court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you enter a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand that the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe that he does,
Do you
Judge.
believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe that he is and was, Judge.
Mr. Salazar, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, and there's to be no contact with Brianna Barrera. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that to be your plea? Defense, yes or no?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
That is, Judge.
State, is that the plea? Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
There have not, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 5 years. There be 80 hours of community service, restitution, the BIPP course, and TAP evaluation. Follow all recommendations. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Defense is reviewed, Judge. We have no objections.
All right, and state, have you spoken with the complainant? All right, thank you. You may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Nothing other than we would respectfully request that the court follow the plea bargain between the state and defendant.
All right. So is Child Protective Services involved in your life?
No, ma'am.
All right, then what is in the police report about them calling CPS on you?
This was like I think a while back ago, like in 2022. But I mean, they dropped the case like a long time ago, and I mean, I have paperwork at the house saying that they dropped the case. But I mean, other than that, I don't really know.
All right. So how many children do you have?
I have as right now 5 that I know of.
5 that you know of?
Yes, ma'am.
That's never a good statement to say 5 that I know of. That means that you are not being responsible and you just may have children out in the world that you don't even know exist. How far did you go in school?
I graduated.
And what type of work have you been doing?
I was doing temp services for my Theo,
Okay.
working for him.
All right. So you're going to have to get employment.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes,
And it's not going to have to be temp. You need employment to take care of the children you have. What are their ages?
There's 5, 4, 3, and then a 7-month, and then basically they're all like basically a year apart now.
Stairs. We call them stair steppers. It's like you're going down the stairs, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Or up the stairs. All right. This is what the court is going to do. There's $1,000 fine, probated. Affirmative finding of family violence, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be no contact with Brianna Barrera. And when I say no contact, that means you do not call her as if she is not in your world anymore. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you all have a child together, which it appears that you do, if you want to see that child, you need to make arrangements through a third party, and hopefully that's somebody who's responsible. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So there is to be no unsupervised contact minors. And when all of this was happening, were you intoxicated? What was going on?
No, ma'am.
Just angry?
Yeah, well, nah, yeah, well, a little bit, yeah.
All right. The BIPP course, TAP evaluation. Have you used in the past?
Oh, yes.
What?
I had used, but I haven't touched any.
What else?
That's it as of right now.
No, not as of right now. I'm asking you in the past, what have you used? So what else?
Alcohol, but that's it.
And what else? Just and alcohol? All right, there's a TAP evaluation out of custody. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once he completes that, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
No.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Yes.
I need the link of your deferred.
Thank you. That is something that is very important. So And it will be 5 years deferred adjudication. Thank you. All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. You need to start setting a better example for your children. Now, when you have girls, if they think that you're in a relationship with someone and they see this and they say, oh, dad loves her and he is not nice to her. So that means that when somebody doesn't love you, they're not nice to you. I don't think you want your daughters going off in the world thinking that. And then when you have sons are going to think that's the way you express love to somebody. And let me just tell you, you don't want to have your son or somebody run into a person who won't tolerate that and will meet violence with violence. You understand?
Yes.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This habitual offender faced the structured consequences of the system, so the judge mapped out a rigid path he must follow or fall.
All right. So how often do you drink alcohol? I'm sure after your DWI first, you said to that judge, oh, I no longer drink alcohol. And then when you pick up the second one, oh, Your Honor, I no longer drink alcohol. So obviously you have an issue with alcohol. Obviously you cannot drink alcohol at all because you can't stop when you start. It would have been so easy for this person that you had the car accident with to have been by you. And then you would have been here crying, and your family members probably would have been saying, please don't send him to prison. He's a good guy. Have you ever known someone who said, my intention when I went out drinking was to become intoxicated and kill somebody? Nobody ever says that, but it ends up happening. So the court is going to sentence you to 7 years in the prison